And how's it going, guys and girls? Me at Uncle, and welcome to my channel, and yet again we are here to play the DDLC Purist mode. And yeah, it's been a while. 2 days to be precise. And yes, I hadn't recorded because of school, and I'm not feeling so good this past couple of days, but either way, we should keep going, so let's go. Okay everyone, that's all for today. Monica voice snaps me out of my thoughts. I spent so much time thinking about what to do with Sayuri after school to the point where I didn't even pay attention to anything that happened in the literature club. I really hope the other girls didn't notice me staring blankly into space while occasionally throwing glances at Sayuri. She looks extra cute today, even though she looks the same as always. Is this one of the effects of love? In any case, keeping our relationship secret is harder than I thought. Ever since yesterday I've noticed that for the most part all I can think about is my new girlfriend. Yeah, that happened. Even so, we both try to make it seem like nothing happened. Just as Yuri and Natsuki leave, however, Sayuri announces that she'll take care of cleaning up the room. As she says that, she blinks at me and I understand that what she's planning. Thus, I volunteer to help out as well, citing Sayuri's natural clumsiness as a reason. Monica seems to buy it and leaves the room to us. It's only when we assure ourselves that nobody's watching that Sayuri and I start talking. Phew, thought I would never hand. Hey, will you help me out? I throw her a puzzled look. Well, we're supposed to be cleaning. Wait, seriously? Don't worry, I have a plan, just grab him up. I sig and do as she tells me. As we clean the floor, notice how you can't keep her eyes off me. Do you have any plans for the day? No, not really. Did you have anything in mind? Truth to be told, I didn't. I wanted to think up something we could do together, but I ended up being distracted by my daydreams of spending time with her. Oh well, let's keep going. What do you normally like to do? Well, I don't really have that many hobbies. Oh, right. I had read that people with depression have often lacked energy to do much. Wait, I know. How about shopping a trip? A shopping trip. It's informal. Nobody would suspect us being a couple, and well, it would really. I would really like to buy that manga. Truth be told, I couldn't care less. Though it would be cool to go on to the store with a and just show the guys there that I have a girlfriend. In fact, it's just something I say to make Sayuri think I'm not doing this for her. That sounds nice. Alright then, let's go once we finish cleaning. I feel a cold sweat rolling down my forehead. Wait, we're still cleaning? Now cleaning does Monica want this room to be? Well, I don't know. I just thought it would make her happy if we did a great job. I see in exasperation and I realize that relationship or not, some things will never change. Yeah, it's Sayuri, what were you expecting, pal? Besides, even mundane activities are fun as long as we do them together, don't you think? I just nod in defeat and grab the mop. Oh yeah, looky. Turned to reply but forget the mop in my hand and movement caused the pole to hit me right in the back of my head. Yeah, I smile a fake smile to hide the aching pain in my back of my head. Would you like to, would it be okay if we watched another anime with you? I blink in confusion a few times. Yeah, you're getting there. I thought you generally didn't like them. Honestly, I'm still not too into anime, even though I did enjoy the one you and I watched together. But there's something you enjoy, and I feel like I can understand you better if I take part in your hobbies and interests. Besides, I kind of need some more hobbies. Oh, that's an excuse. It makes me happy that you want to watch them with me. Okay, wait a bit. Maybe we could do it while eating dinner. Oh, that's a great idea. Sorry, stops and looks at me again. Do you mind if I ask you something a little embarrassing? I told you there would be no secrets between us, right? Ask away. Thanks. Well, here it goes. What would your ideal type of romantic dinner be like? It's clear that she's trying to test me. What should I answer? Nothing too fancy, just a regular dinner. Romantic dinner with a light with candles. Oh wow, same here. Really? Uh-huh. I really feel put off by fancy restaurants and formality. It just feels so forced. Yeah, I somehow can't imagine you walking into a fancy restaurant. Oh, am I that lame? Nope, you're just genuine. Well, to be honest, the thought of you putting on a fancy suit and going into a classy restaurant. Yeah, I would look like a complete idiot. You really would. But you would still look dashing. She performs a small dance of joy and nearly trips over a chair. I grab her by the shoulders to prevent her from falling. You should be more careful. Sorry, I guess I got a little carried away, huh? Just the thought of you in a fancy suit makes my heart pound. Oh, I've never really thought of myself as an attractive person. Well, neither did I. Yeah. Still though. Yeah. To hear her say something like this makes me feel a little self-conscious. Well, you would be pretty hot in a dress. Really? Hot? Maybe I'll go look at dresses when we go shopping then. Please don't, they're probably so expensive. She gently kisses me. I don't mind. If that would make you happy, then I don't see why I shouldn't. Because then I would have to buy you a fancy suit. Why? Because it's only fair if I do it. I feel her arms around my neck. Okay then, fine, I won't do it. Good. Besides, you look good in anything. I don't know. But thank you. Hearing it from you gives me a boost of my self-esteem. Yeah. If you want to hear it again, just ask me. Maybe I will. She's 6. This makes me think that confessing to you was the right choice. You made me so happy just now. Now you know how you've made me feel for the last few years. We share a passionate kiss as the school bell rings. I look at the time and see that we need to hurry up or people will grow suspicious as to why there are still students in the facility. We quickly clean the room and leave the school just as the gates lock up for the day. A few hours later, we return to Sayori's house while carrying some incredibly heavy bags. I dump them on the floor with an exasperated "Sig, I'm so sorry again, I kinda got carried away." Yeah, you can say that for sure. Wait. Oh wow, that's true. Yeah, this is why I never make promises. Well, I'm sorry, old lady. That's why I never make promises. Why do girls have to spend so much money on clothes? I don't know. Why do guys not care about fashion? I don't know. Oh, we could do this all night, huh? We both laugh in unison. You're right, so let's just skip the fight and get right back to the point where we were happy again. Thank you for taking me out shopping, it was fun. Yeah, you really did seem to enjoy yourself. A little too much, I want to add. Tonight dinner's on me. Are you sure? Just don't nearly burn down the house like you did last time. Of course, I'm not a kid anymore. What are you making? A mischievous smile appears on her face. It will be a surprise. Oh yeah, well you went to that game store. I went and rented some anime. Could you pick out the best one for a romantic evening? Of course, leave it to me. Thank you. Now I could depend on you. Oh, and could you do me a favor and not leave the room until I'm back? Why? It's a surprise. She beams at me one last time before running downstairs like a human-shaped tornado. Less than a minute later, I hear a loud crash and the clang of metal. I'm alright. Now that I think about it, that clumsiness is one of the things that I love about her. Well, yeah, because you can help. Nani Tinder. That and the fact that she takes me seriously. She trusts me, she doesn't treat me like a joke. And it's my chance to really shine. I open the bag and see multiple movies. All of them look very romantic. After some careful thinking, I take out my phone and check them out online before making my choice. I end up picking a heartwarming romantic comedy. I hear Sayuri singing off key downstairs and I feel a smile creep up on my face. I'll be sure to try my best to make this evening one for us to remember. I'll have to try my best for her sake. That's it, now you're acting like a man. Several hours pass and I neither see or hear Sayuri. I'm sure she's fine and I promised her that I wouldn't leave the room, but I'm still worried about her. Just as I take out my phone to call her, I hear her front door open and close. Soon Sayuri opens the door, carrying a large tray covered by a bag. Sayuri removes the large bag covering the tray and reveals 2 plates of fresh sushi. Just the sight and the smell are enough to make my mouth water. Sayuri, did you make this by yourself? She shakes her head and smiles proudly. Well, I tried to make dinner, but that kind of didn't turn out quite as I expected, so I ran down to the closest sushi restaurant and bought a takeaway. I choose all the different flavors that I knew you love. Wow, this is amazing. That's honestly so thoughtful. I'm at the loss of words. She puts the tray on the table. Sometimes you don't need to say anything, your expression says it all. I kiss her and tell her she is the most thoughtful girlfriend I could ever ask for. The reaction causes her to blush and smile sheepishly. So happy you like it. I try my best to always make you smile. Just like you make me smile every day when we work together. You make me happy just being with me. And I'm going to prove it every day. You're so sweet, I don't know what I did to deserve this. I kiss her again. I don't know. Though at the top of my head, I would say you deserve this from the moment you were born. She laughs and returns the kiss. Okie dokie, this is getting all lovely dovey. That's the stuff, but still. I don't know about this. Wait a bit. School chats, shut the fuck up! I wish I could scream, but I don't even have the strength for it. Ugh. I don't think I'll ever get tired of how soft and gentle her lips feel. We should start eating while the food is fresh, and I'm excited to see what the anime you picked up. I was thinking of you when I picked it out. Seeing Sayuri's happy face as she clasps her hands together makes it all worthwhile. I feel her lean against me as the anime starts playing. It seems like I made the right choice. Sayuri really loves the movie I picked out for our first date. The movie is about a female detective who travels through time and solves crimes, but who is both cool-headed and strong. However, midway through the movie, she ends up falling in love with the criminal she's pursuing, and she ends up getting feelings for her. Wow, so this is what they call a forbidden love, huh? I guess? Don't really know. 2 people who aren't meant to be together but can't because of various reasons. It's both tragically bittersweet and romantic at the same time. I mean, look at how she looks at him, and he looks at her. It's clear that they're meant for each other, but she's too proud and stubborn to admit it, and he's too immature to understand he's in love with her. Somehow those personality traits make them work even better as a couple. She hugs my arm and looks at me. Hey, do you think you and I can never make as great a team as those 2? I blink. You wanna solve crimes across time? No, silly. I meant as a couple. To be honest, I kind of envy their dynamic. Everything is possible as long as you wish it enough. In that case, I wish to be with you forever. I chuckle. I wish that too, with all my heart. We watch the movie while eating our dinner. Near the end, there's a scene where the detective and the criminal have infiltrated the castle through the ballroom by pretending to be a married couple and dance their way through the security undetected. Without warning, Sayuri stands up and grabs my hand. Let's go. You want to dance with me? She nods. Yep, come on, it'll be fun. Alright, if it is with you, I don't feel that embarrassed. I feel my cheeks getting hotter and hotter, and she wraps her arms around my shoulders. I go up and put mine around her waist. It's only when we start dancing awkwardly, trying to mimic the movements of the characters on the scene, that I feel comfortable. It's when I realize how much I enjoy this, because it's something personal between me and her. Seeing her so happy is one thing, but feeling her so close, holding her and dancing with her, realize that that I'm really attached to this girl. As I gaze into her sky blue eyes, I get a confirmation that she loves me too. I feel genuine affection from her stare. It's then that I realize that I don't want this to end. Once the scene ends, I don't let go of Sayuri. I notice that she doesn't try to let go of me either. And for long we forget about the movie and our food. We just stand there, holding each other and staring into each other's eyes. Neither of us dares to breathe or out of fear or ruining the serenity of the moment. We spend the rest of the evening watching the other two movies while holding each other close and kissing. It's way past midnight when I leave, and as I go home I feel like my body is light and I find myself happily skipping about. All that's on my mind is the girl who I'm growing to love more and more. That night I have another nightmare. In the dream I see Sayuri kissing another guy. I don't see his face, but she looks happier with him than she does with me. As I come close I see that he's the perfect guy, tall, buff, and as he turns to face me I see he's incredibly handsome as well. He then turns back to her and continues kissing her. She seems to pay no attention to me until I shout her name. When I confront her in the dream she laughs and tells me I'm only temporary phase while she got over her depression. Now that she's getting better, she no longer needs me and sees no reason to stay with a loser like me. The guy in the dream then turns and punches me really hard. I wake up screaming. Wake up and take a look at my alarm clock. It's still very early in the morning. I should probably get back to bed. Despite my best efforts to go back to sleep, I sudden weight in my chest keeps me from falling back to sleep. The scene of the dream keeps replaying in my head over and over. Sarah would never do something like that, right? She wouldn't just leave me for someone better than me, right? I shake my head and tell myself that I'm just being silly. Sarah isn't the kind of girl who would just abandon me because I'm not good enough, right? Wait half an hour. Then I decided that trying to fall asleep is a lost cause. I take out my phone and text Sayuri asking her if she wants to go for a walk with me before we head off to school. Her reply is immediate. I quickly get dressed. I eat breakfast and run outside to meet her. Good morning. The moment I see a bright smile I can't help but return it on my face. It would be nice if we could kiss, but that would make it a bit too obvious that we are in a relationship to anyone who might be watching. Either way, we make our way to school, all the while we're holding hands. Though I don't know if I do this as a gesture of affection or if it's to keep myself warm during the cold morning. How did you sleep? I laugh sheepishly and realize I can't tell her the truth. I guess I slept fine. I woke up way too often though. Yeah, I noticed that you were up unusually early. Speak for yourself, I was worried you would oversleep again. Her cheeks grow rosy and she continues to in a whisper. Actually, I've been waking up early these days. I have so many thoughts and feelings that it's hard to keep them bottled up. And it's equally hard not to feel revitalized by them. I smiled, but just then I remembered that what you said in my dream. Oh yeah, it's the same here. So happy to know that I make you happy. I've always imagined my perfect relationship as someone who could make the happiest man in the world. Funny how I've wished for the same thing. I pause and blush. I mean that I want to make my girlfriend happy. You make me so much happier than I probably deserve. You deserve better than this. But I try my best. Right back at you. I feel like it's unusually hard to focus on stuff they teach us in school. Not that I usually pay much attention anyway, but today it feels like the teacher voice enters on one ear and flies out the other. No matter how I try, I can't get my dream out of my head. I look at the other guys in my class. They are all better than me in some way. A lot of guys are smarter than me in every way and are always at the top of this class whenever we have exams. And then there's a plenty that are much better looking than me, and several girls in my year attracted to them. To top it off, there's also people like the vice president of the soccer club, who makes even the strictest teachers laugh at his jokes. Not to mention how he knows girls like I know my anime. All of them would be so much better suited for Sayuri if they would put them to it. But some reason I feel like whenever I look at another guy I feel threatened. Whenever I look at another guy I imagine Sayuri in a relationship with him instead of me. Okay, that's just you being idiotic. Dude, don't need to do that, come on. You're better than that. I shake my head and tell myself that she chose me. She's in love with me and only me. She had her chances with other guys, but she still chose me. Though I wonder, did she choose me because I'm the lowest point and she didn't dare to aim for anyone better because of her depression, or does she really love me? Can I really hope to keep a girl like Sayuri interested in a guy like me? I'm so lost in thought I don't even notice lunch break is starting. It's only when I hear a loud crash that I snap out of my thoughts and turn to face the source of the sound. I feel sweat rolling down my back when I see Sayuri, who lands on her butt, and a female student whose face is painted by a sandwich that Sayuri was carrying. Oh, what were you doing, you clumsy idiot? I'm sorry, I slipped. Yeah. Now your salmon sandwich is on in my head. Jeez, how stupid are you to not see another person standing in the way? Sorry, didn't mean to. For crying out loud. I guess you probably don't know what it is like to have a long beautiful hair at 10, do you? Well, let me tell you, it took me hours to make it look nice, and now you're ruining it, you moron. I guess I shouldn't be surprised. You're jealous of me, aren't you? Jealous? I swear it was an accident. Please forgive me. Shut up, you're jealous that your hair will never be as good as mine, so I bet that's why you cut yours off, right? Even the garbage you put in your head isn't as trashy as you are. Say your eyes widen, as do mine, when I realize the haughty student is about to slap her. I dash forward, and before the palm can hit Sayuri's cheek, I cut in between them and feel the full force of the assault. Look it, you stay out of this. I get up, my cheek feels like it's being stung it. I stare at her down with a very angry expression on my face. Stop it. I don't realize how hostile my voice suddenly sounds. Sarah didn't do anything wrong. It was an accident. There's no reason to insult and try to hurt her. Despite my sudden hostility, the haughty student doesn't let up. I swear, she did it on purpose. She raised her hand to slap Sayuri again, but this time I grab her wrist and keep a firm grip on it until she lowers her hand. No, she didn't. I've known her for years, and she's just clumsy. Now I could tell the teachers that you used physical violence against another student and insulted her, or I could let you go. If you apologize to her right now, I'll act like nothing happened. What's with you two? What a couple of losers. She throws Sayuri contemptuous gaze and walks out of the room with her head held high. I hear my classmates whispering and realize that this is the first time I've ever lost my temper like this. I turn around and glare at them. Show's over. There's nothing to see here. Take my bag and face Sayuri, who is still sitting on the floor wearing a shocked expression on her face. Let's go, Sayuri. Oh, okay. Yeah, show's over. It's time to end this shit once and for all. Dude, I think he did the right thing. At least he didn't beat the shit out of that girl. Cause yeah, she didn't act right, but if there's a thing I'm against is beating girls. That's not how we do things, pals. A little bit. Okay, hold it. We head up the rooftop of the school where we sit down and Sayuri looks at me with tears in her eyes. I'm so sorry, I didn't see that girl. Just wanted to surprise you and have lunch with you. But now you're hurt because of me. I'm such a failure. It's fine, her slap didn't hurt me that much. And well, we can still have lunch together. Well, except my lunch is currently in that girl's head. Did you see that look on her face? I could feel the hatred. Don't worry about it. She's not a person you should care about. Reach out and gently stroke her hair. That's important. What's important is that you're safe. But what about you? I told you I couldn't care less about that girl. She was really beautiful though. That long hair, those strong eyes. Yeah, and completely empty head that only cares about herself. She's had more boyfriends than I care to count. And once she's gotten what she wants from them, she casts them aside. That's awful. Why do people do that? I don't know, but I can tell that she's the polar opposite of you. Maybe that's one of the reasons why I'm so attracted to you. It is. I open my lunchbox and tear my lunch in half before handing the bigger half to Sayuri. Eat up, you need the food to make it through the day. She nods and we eat in silence. As we eat, however, I feel Sayuri keeping her gaze on me, occasionally looking at the red spot on my cheek. Feels so good to sit here with you and eat like this. Just you and me. I wouldn't want it any other way. Spending time with you is the highlight of my day. It's the same for me. Even more importantly, when I'm with you, it feels like those rain clouds go so far, far away. Never thought I would know what it feels like to love someone and be loved back. Even though I'm so sorry for causing you to get hurt, it made me feel happy that when you stood up for me. Even though you didn't have to. What kind of lousy boyfriend would I be if I didn't defend you from bullies like her? Feel like you do so much for me. Can't do anything to repay you. You don't need to. That's the stuff. If a man defends you and asks something like for it, then that is not a man. There's just some random weirdo that wants to take advantage from people. A good boyfriend or a good person would not ask something from you just for helping you. I fall silent and think back towards my dream. Are you saying that you're only in a relationship with me because you feel you owe me something? What? No, of course I don't. I'm in a relationship with you because I'm in love with you. I've had these feelings for a long time. Why? There are plenty of other better guys out there. Is it because you think they are out of your league? No, that's not it. That's not it at all. It's because, well, you've always been so kind to me. You've always stood up for me and always made me feel so appreciated. I feel like I can trust you with anything. Anything, huh? The way you make me feel is unique, Sayuri. I feel that way about you as well. We hug each other, enjoy each other's company until the school bell rings again. I have to get back to class. Same. I wish I didn't have to. If only I could play hooky. But we have an exam coming up soon. Oh yeah, I guess we... Oh crap. What's the matter? I completely forgot about the exam. I've barely been able to study because of the rain clouds. Whenever it acts up, I become so exhausted afterwards. At this rate, we'll both fail to hell and be all back at a here. This is a problem, unless, do you have an idea? You just said that when we are together you feel like your depression is getting weaker, right? Yeah. What if we study for the exam together? Her face lights up. I would love that. I wanted to ask you, but I was afraid that you would turn me down. And if you get tired when your depression acts up, we can study at your place. That way, if it does come back, you'll be at home and can rest whenever you need to. That's a great idea, thanks. I can't concentrate for the rest of the day, despite my best efforts. After what feels like forever, final class ends, and I hurry outside to meet up Sayuri. Phew, is it just me or did lessons feel longer than usual today? Sayuri sees as she throws a backpack on the bed. I quickly follow suit. They did for me at least, not that I paid much attention to what was taught yet anyway. But you have to. How else are you going to pass? Don't worry about me. I've scrapped by before. I can do it again. Gee, I wish I had your baseless optimism. Why do you think I picked that trade off from? It rose from a lovely girl called Sayuri. Sayuri tries her best not to laugh and maintain serious expression on her face, but I can see her puff her cheeks up and blush. Well, at least I can finally be useful to you. Just because I have depression and get tired easily, it doesn't mean I don't give it my all when I can. I suppose that makes sense. After all, it does seem like something you would do. Use every opportunity you have to improve. I fall silent and think about how different the two of us are. But well, if I have to study for the exam, I think you're the only study partner I would want. Sure, I'll be happy to help. Though don't expect much from me. Her face suddenly darkens. I'm not sure how much I can help you, to be honest. And is there really any point to this when I know I probably won't ever have a job thanks to this stupid thing? Let's be honest here. We live in a very competitive society. A weak girl like me won't fit in. I realize this is her depression acting up. I grab Sawyer by her shoulders and hold her there so she can feel my warmth. Sarah, look at me. It's not over until you say it's over. Sure, depression is tough. I can't fully understand how much you feel, but I can say for sure that it's not the end. I know you're stronger than this. Don't give up. Look, thanks. I feel better from hearing you say that. It's so embarrassing you're the only one whose words matter to me. Why is it embarrassing? Because I'm afraid that every time you help me, I fall more and more in love with you. I really don't like being so dependent on others. I love you even if you don't like yourself. I feel happy to be able to help you. And as weird as it might sound, I kind of enjoy listening to you when you're depressed, since I feel like I can understand how much better if I am able to hear it. So she smiles weakly before going limp and nearly collapsing. I catch her and hold her in my arms. I feel weak, my head spinning. Don't worry about me. This is usually what happens after the rain clouds take over. She heads the last part after seeing the worried expression on my face. Without thinking, I wrap one arm around the back and the other around the legs. Hey, what are you? I carry her to her bed before laying her down on it. We continue this in a bit. I can see from your face that you're fatigued. You should take a breather before... A breather? What the fuck? Before we continue. You sure? I nod. I know we're short on time, but what good is it going to do either of us if you work yourself to exhaustion? Besides, you're the most important person to me right now. It feels wrong to ask you to help me prepare for the exam when you're clearly tired. Okay. Thanks for looking out for me. Don't thank me. I do this because I enjoy it. I generally enjoy your company, whether you're happy or sad. Because you're you. She tries to get up and kiss me, but falls back down, clearly too exhausted to move. Noticing what she was trying to do, I looked down on an empty spot on her bed. It's light enough for me to sit down. Is it okay if I sit down next to you? Of course. I can tell from her voice that the way she smiles that she isn't faking it this time. I smile and sit down next to her. I then open the window and let some fresh air in. Hey, can you be honest with me? Of course, I promised I would never lie to you, didn't I? She nods and seems to hesitate before continuing. I'm so sorry for being so direct with you, but how do you feel about me? I mean, I know you love me in some way, but I wonder, aren't you intimidated by what I'm going through? I stroke her hand and run my hand down to her steadily heating cheeks. I'm not scared of your depression, because it's part of you. It's one of the many strengths and weaknesses that make you who you are now. Sure, I would prefer if you didn't have it, but I don't like you any less for it. I want you to be happy, and I know that it makes your life a lot harder, which I honestly think it's really unfair. Why do you say that? You've never done anything other than shower me with kindness and affection. Not just me, but everyone around you. Yuri, Natsuki, Monica. I stroke her hair again and watch a happy smile on her face from my touch. I unconsciously reflect a smile. For a moment, the two of us breathe in perfect sync. You could have had all possible reasons to become like that haughty student from earlier today. Her reasons for being so rude to everyone? She used to be bullied in elementary school and maybe even has depression as well because of that. The fact that you instead hide your pain by being so nice and loving to everyone. It honestly makes me respect you so much. I wish I could be strong like you. I don't want to think the positivity you always displayed was fake. Sayuri falls silent, and for a while I silently stroke her hair while she looks at me. She's smiling. Don't know anymore. I used to think my positivity was fake, but what you said make me question yourself. She suddenly gasps and lets out a high-pitched scream of pain. Ah, my head. Sayuri closes her eyes and her expression becomes pained. She covers her head with her arms. Get out of my head. I don't want to hear your lies anymore. I try to get up, but she takes a firm grip around my left arm. She's a lot stronger than she looks and easily managed to overpower me, forcing me to stay seated. I don't want to listen to you, or I don't want to listen to. I want to believe his words as the truth, so shut up. Sayuri, what's happening? Hearing the concern in my voice seems to snap Sayuri out of her trance. My mind's trying to tell me what you said were all lies, but I don't. I want to listen more. Not when I see how happy you are. And we're both happy. I suddenly get an idea. Sayuri, did any sunlight shine through the rain clouds before you got depressed? She nods. She's clearly in pain. I take both of her hands into mine and kiss her. She gasps and her expression softens. Don't worry, I'll make the rain clouds go away. If your depression is watching, I want it to know that I love you no matter what. No matter how hard you try to push me away. Hey, no, don't do it. This isn't worth it. She's trying her best not to cry and her breathing is very heavy. It is to me. You're worth it. Even if each day ends up like this, I'll stick by your side through thick and thin. This is just stupid. You will only hurt yourself. That's the beauty of people who are madly in love. They become irrational fools. So you can tell your depression to get the hell out, since I'm here to stay. And no matter how hard it tries to push me away, it won't work. Since I know that Sayuri could never, and would never wish me to disappear. Her body twitches from pain. I pull her up and hug her. I hug her tightly, refusing to let go no matter how hard she struggles. The rain clouds turn into thunder clouds. Then I'll be the wind that blows them away. Please, Sayuri, stay strong. Believe me, Sayuri, that my love for you is real. Love you, Sayuri, and I will never want to let you go. You're the only one for me. Hey, believe my words, Sayuri. You're the one I love, and I love you for who you are, with or without your depression. You're still the wonderful girl I fell in love with, and won't change no matter what. You're right. She closes her eyes, and a smile appears on her face. The rain clouds are being driven back by the wind. I pull her closer. Don't be afraid, Sayuri. I'm here. You're not alone anymore. We will drive them away together. For a moment I feel like our hearts beat in perfect unison. Our breaths are synchronized with each other. They're gone. They fled. The rain clouds fled, and now there's a bright sunny day on the horizon. I see a rainbow. The calm after a storm. She opens her eyes, and she doesn't need to speak to make me realize that she loves me more than words can describe. I feel the same way about her. She should rest for now. We still have to study, remember? Yeah, I let her go, and she slumps back to her mattress like a rag doll. Hey, I love you. Love you too, Sayuri. Take her hands into mine. Just don't leave me after this is over. I want to continue being in a relationship with you, even after you've recovered. I could never find a better boyfriend. She blushes. It's funny, I always imagined the guy I would one day want to marry to be the one who could drive the rain clouds away. She gasps and shakes her head in embarrassment. Forget what I just said, okay? I'm just saying nonsense, because I'm still shocked. I nod and stroke her hair again. Don't rush it, Sayuri. I'm not going anywhere. Neither am I. I want to be with you forever. It feels so surreal. Well, I'm definitely not leaving today until we're done studying for the exam. Hey, Sayuri, what is it? I'm sorry. For what? For how I treated you these last few years. I was such an idiot. I never paid attention to how my words could affect you. You never have to apologize. If I didn't want to spend time with you, I wouldn't have invited you to join the leadership club. But still, if I would know about your condition beforehand, I would definitely have treated you much better. Please don't. Don't blame me. I want you to be yourself with me, even now, because you're the person I fell in love with despite your faults. Each person has a good trait and bad trait. Ignoring one of them or favoring one of the other would not be loved. I'm so attracted to you because you see me for who I really am. I want you to continue that. Wow, that's the sweetest thing anyone ever said to me. I'm so glad I met you, Sayuri. Even when we were just friends, you always knew how to cheer me up. The pleasure is all mine. You're my ray of sunshine. I feel my strength returning. Shall we begin studying then? She shakes her head. No. 5 more minutes, okay? This is so comfortable. I want this moment to last longer. Yeah, I want that too. The two of us cuddle for a while. Neither of us seems to want to let the other go. But eventually I remind Sayuri why we're here. The rest of the evening seems to go without any drama on either side. Sayuri seems so much energetic and lively than ever. And that positivity seems to affect me as well. Thanks to her patient guidance, and I end up learning more from a few hours with her than I did during the last few months in class. Evening falls way too soon, and when she gives me good night, I can tell she's not holding back anymore. It's almost midnight when I get home and lie down on my bed with a triumphant smile on my face. I love Sayuri so much. I know that I managed to help her feel better today makes me feel like I can do anything. Despite my exhaustion, I take out my phone and search for an article to how to deal with depression in relationships. I won't let Sayuri down ever again. That night I have another dream. I hear the same voices again. They're behind us. Can't we shake them off somehow? There are too many of them. Ah! Now of all times, help me. Alright, climb onto my back. But can you carry me? Now's the time to find out. Then hear the sound of a pack of dogs barking and growling loudly. After a minute or so, the barks fade into the distance. Phew, are you okay? Yeah, wait, you're bleeding. Don't worry about me. This is nothing. You need a bandage. Let's go. Where to? My home. We can get you a bandage there, as well as patch up your doll. Okay, can you trust me? There's a long silence before the girl replies. I can. Okay. Oh yeah, I guess I don't even know your name, huh? My name is Luki. What's yours? My name is Sayuri. The voice falls silent and I hear my alarm clock going off. A month has passed since Sayuri and I started dating. Yeah. And this is where we stop because we did 2 days today. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Leave a like, comment down below what you think about this mode. I think it's amazing. I don't know how long Sayuri's road is gonna take. I really don't know. But I do hope it doesn't take too long, because we still have to do Yuri's, Monica, and Natsuki's road. So, either way, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and well, I'll see you guys in the next episode. I'll try not to take too long to do it. Well, see you guys. See you on the flip side.